Aerorack. Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about them.
I mean, we can wait here for you guys. You are ready.
I'm saying they might be the way the matches are. I wouldn't be worried about the buttons.
A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Rio All Suites Hotel
Welcome
and
to the
Casino
Predator
in
Pro
Las
Billiard Series
Vegas.
Kamui Mixed Doubles Open Final. 32 teams entered this race for this final match. Let's show our appreciation for their efforts. We have Kelly Fisher and Alex KAZAKIS. And over here we have CHANG and CHOU. I think I messed it up today. Congratulations
So it's the
for
final
making it this
of
far.
the
Have a
Kamui
great
Mixed
match and
Doubles
take away.
Open. We started with 32 teams. We're down to these two. Kelly Fisher and Alex KAZAKIS up against CHOU, CHANG, Yalin. It's a repeat of the final here actually in 2024. CHANG and CHOU were triumphant a year ago. Can Kelly and Alex get their revenge? The match is over 4 sets. It's the first to 3 sets, but if we go to 2 sets each, of course, we will have a shootout. Each set is a race to 4. It's winner breaks. The referee for this one is Roman Rumakmadov. It's 10-ball, call shot, and calling the shots with me for this one is a man so tall he has to have his cues and his pants specially made. It's Big Red, Eric Orlifson.
Oh, you're right on the pants part. My luggage didn't come one time in Qatar, and I was in a 7-story mall. It took me about 10 stores to finally find a pair of pants to fit me. But yeah, good to be here with you guys.
But the good thing is, of course, Eric, that you don't need to use the escalators all the time. You can look at 2 floors at the same time, right? So back to the serious business then, Eric, of this. CHOU just finished a grueling semi-final in the Women's Las Vegas Open, which she unfortunately lost in a shootout to Han Yu. I know you were commentating on that. I wonder how much that has just taken out of her. She's got to come out now, get herself up for this final. Money on the line, 30 grand to the winners. Kelly and Alex will want to get their revenge from last year. So here we go. CHANG Lin breaking off rack number 1, set number 1.
10 ball down, kicked in. Thin cut on the 1 available. Chang's been using this open bridge break from the line. First time I've seen him ever use that break, and anytime I've seen him compete, he's been successful with it. These two teams are well-oiled machines. I mean, you can't play high-level doubles without proper communication and trust in your partner. Chang and CHOU knowing each other for a long time. Ooh, undercut on the first shot here. Chang and CHOU knowing each other for a long time. Alex and Kelly, kind of new friends, but have played in 3 mixed doubles now. Been successful overall. You can see they're just smiling right out of the gate.
Great chemistry they've got. You know, they've got this really kind of easy, laid-back attitude to this. It's a bit of fun, but of course they're playing very, very seriously. Good opening 1 ball there.
Looking forward in the rack, the 8 balls. Yeah, looking forward in the rack, the 8 ball is going to have to be maneuvered around properly. There's a little room on the short side of it. Could possibly go into it off the 4. Anytime you're running into other balls, there's always the risk of ending up behind those balls that you're trying to rearrange. So you might just leave it for later in the rack. They will definitely here. Cue ball going to the left off the angle. Going forward, if they get an angle on the 7, kind of where Alex was pointing his cue right there, they can develop a draw angle going over to the 8-9. And a left spin on the cue ball there, trying to hold the angle. Got a little too much, but she might be able to draw into the short side of the 6 here. Too much, gonna have to cross over. Nice shot. They could bank the 8th. That would alleviate any kind of variables if by breaking into them. It looks like that's what they're looking at now. Got an angle with the cue ball moving to the right off the 8. It'll push the 9 towards the bottom right. Yeah, I wouldn't play for the straight in angle here. I'd play for the angle where you're running into the 9 a bit. That's exactly where he's pointing now. Looks like he's got the slightest angle moving the cue ball to the right. Nice hit, had to hit that with a lot of speed. Yeah, a little straight, so had to hit it with a lot of speed to develop any power into the 9. Well played.
Teamwork to get the extension on the back of the cue.
Yeah, that's nice. Never thought about that actually. Keep as much time on your shot clock as you can. That's also team members being in sync and making small provisions, saying to each other, if we want the extension, we'll help you out with it.
Like swimming, synchronized. In it goes. The fist pump, very nicely done. Drama-free, really, wasn't it? And Kelly and Alex actually started off with a loss in their very first match against Daniel Maciel and Seo Seoa. So they had to go through the one loss side. They beat Biljana Sarac and Ralph Suke in their one loss side match, and then overcame April Larson and the man in four, Marco Toicha. And then in loser round 3, Soledad Ayala and Gerson Martinez were the next victims of the 2024 finalists. And then, of course, Jasmine Ocean and Dennis Grabe in the losers qualification. They overcame them. Then Han Yu, great win over them, 3-2 on a shootout. And then Mighty Reparo and Jose Alberto Delgado in the semi-finals yesterday. Strolled through that one 3-0, but a very, very good run for Mighty Reparo and Delgado there. Our referee, Roman, getting those balls nice and tight. Winner breaks it is, so up comes Alex to break first for Kelly and Alex partnership. 1 up.
Yeah, 6 matches on the trot for Fisher and Kazakis, so they'll be confident coming into this final. Cross the rack a little, but 3-ball down, 5-ball in as well. Tough opening shot for Kelly, but she will be on offense here.
Yeah, this is her kind of shot, this. She likes these. Twice across, she's looking to go. Yeah, just crossed them slightly, didn't he? 2 balls down, though, Eric.
Yeah, hit them with good speed. Kind of caught a ball behind the 1, going straight back, which usually doesn't happen when you cross the rack over. A good result here, chance to be offensive. With authority, coming back all the way across the second rail. Didn't want to leave Alex on the rail.
Just overhit that by no more than about 6 inches, really. It's made position to the 4-ball just slightly awkward. Does he have to dig down here, Eric, or can he just roll through?
I think it's too tough to dig down, so he's just going to be moving the 4, ideally towards the same pocket the 2 is going to be playing in. Shot.
Yeah,
looks like it's
Mr. Dependable, isn't he, on those kind of shots? He's a great partner to have. Comes up with the big shots, Eric, when he has to.
Bit of trouble here because the cue ball's moving over to the right. Looks like Kelly's going to have to play some big power coming across table, trying to get into the short side of the 6. They're looking at the bigger cut angle. That's going to play better for the cue ball, but it's going to leave Alex a little tougher on the pocketing. Better shot, moving the cue ball less. So big shot coming here in the first set. Missable ball, natural position. Get it. Turnover to CHOU and CHANG here.
Yeah, it all goes back to that missed position on from the 2 to the 4, wasn't it? Alex had to run in to the 5 from the 4, didn't get the ideal angle. Kelly couldn't really get him ideal on the 6. It was a tough shot and it was missed. So this is a chance to draw level. Good chance this. You'll take this, Eric, wouldn't you?
Yeah, CHANG's been playing great in this tournament. Every match I've watched him play in the doubles, he's been reliable for CHOU, and CHOU playing very well as well. Could be a big draw shot from 7 to 8 here.
Could work two ways really for CHOU, couldn't it? Like she's just lost in the semi-final, so this is a big chance to win a title, retain the title, and also win a bit of cash as well. It's always nice. So it might fire her up just a little bit more.
Yeah, and the thing is, she's come off 2 long matches. It's one thing to come off a couple 3-setters or 2-setters, but both matches went to 4 sets and a shootout, so she'll be mentally drained. Flip side of that is expect her to be in stroke, which is a good thing.
Well, imagine if she'd have won that shootout. She comes to this one, and then she's got to play another final straight after it as well. About 4 in a row, that would be really draining, but I guess you'd just be riding on adrenaline then, wouldn't you?
Yeah, good week for her. Multiple-time world champion, one of the best female players in the world, playing against one of the legend female players, Kelly Fisher. More titles than almost anybody over the last 10 years.
So they do level things up, and their route to the final. Well, they started with a match against Gingras and Menard, winning that 2-0. Then they lost to Muramatsu and Nukioi in straight sets. So they went to the 1-loss side also. Christina Zateva and Roberto Gomez were beaten by the champions 2-1. Duang Nguyen also went down 2-0. Elu Kibaroglu and Wojtek Shevchik were the next victims in straight sets, and then that shootout against Daniel Maciel and Seo Serra. That's how they got to the final.
Yeah, CHOU's semifinal match in the women's went to 9 innings in the shootout. Both players making 4 shots from the tougher cue ball position. Great match. She got a strong break going in the second half of her match with Han Yu. See how it plays out here. That's perfect. Jamming a ball on the opposite side. Shot for CHANG.
I think he was kind of asking for his extension or something, but then he quickly ran to get it himself. Oh, he's running back to his chair again. Oh, that was it. I thought he was doing it again.
Maybe got the wrong one the first time.
Very good personality, CHANG. He's quite a quiet chap around. I don't think he speaks a lot of English, but I still find him amusing. He does some funny little things. Who can forget that dance he did against Biardo last year in the teams? That was funny.
Yeah, not afraid to show a little panache here and there.
I like that word, Eric. Panache. What a lovely word.
Doesn't want to be over the 6 here, but she is. Going to take solid cueing to play this with enough power and get back up table. Yeah, just cueing over top of the ball. Had to hit it with some right spin. Caught some swerve into the object ball, and mistake here from CHOU and CHANG.
I was just going to mention how good she looked from overhead there. Everything in line. The back elbow, the hand on the butt, the head over the cue to the cue ball, everything in a dead straight line. But of course, when you're playing with a little bit of side, a little bit of spin on the cue ball, that English can throw it off, can't it, Eric?
Yeah, especially when you're elevated like that. Just caught a little swerve going into the object ball. Steady nerve from KAZAKIS. Known to be slightly nervy in big spots. And he's admitted in an interview sometimes, he admits that he feels the pressure in big situations, but has also gotten over the line in real big situations many times. Winner of 3 or 4 major championships. and
Yeah,
consistent finisher
I
near
think
the end
that's,
of the tournament.
I think that's gone now, Eric. That's, you know, that's a thing of the past. I think he's won titles since then, hasn't he? I know everyone goes back to Mosconi Cup and the Masters, of course, wasn't it, against David Arcadi, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. Recently had a son was born.
No, he's had two baby daughters, twins.
Oh, pardon me, I misspoke there. Thanks for correcting me. Yeah, twins.
That's okay.
Nice.
And I'm sure they're watching back home. They're very, very young, but I'm sure mummy's got them in front of the TV looking at daddy. And also, Kelly's got lots of support actually in the arena. She's got her #1 fan, of course, Carly McGee, but she's also got her brother Steve there, who's driven down from California, and also her niece is there too. So plenty of support for the KAZAKIS Fisher partnership.
Might have to play into the 8 here. He did. How's it going to turn out? 50-50. Kelly can pocket this in the top left.
Eight gold corner bucket.
Just playing the cue ball between the 9 and the side rail here. Kind of surprised she didn't draw that and get a little better on the 9, but Alex will be reasonably okay here.
We all know how good Kelly is under pressure. There's not a world title she hasn't won. She's super tough.
Nice play, straight in for the 10. Fisher and KAZAKIS replying here.
Yeah, good stuff from the partnership, going for the win this year after the disappointment in the final here exactly this time last year, wasn't it, against the same pairing. And they're having a good old chat. Maybe he's just talking about that drawing the cue ball there. It's really interesting, isn't it? And do you know what? When I speak to Kelly after these big tournaments, she always says to me, she'll always say, do you know what, Mark? I learned something there today that I'd never have seen a positional shot like that, or never have seen a safety shot like that, you know. She still loves to learn. She's still got that passion. All the world championships, she still doesn't mind, you know, kind of taking advice, and vice versa, of course. I'm sure she gives Alex a bit of, who can forget that time the other day in a match when Kelly was telling him exactly what to play. I was commentating with you, I believe.
I do remember that, and to me that was the better choice, and Alex was looking at a different shot. Kelly gave some input, they went with it and won the game. Good square hit, lots of action on the rack. 8-ball almost down, but not there. No. Cue ball's gonna be behind the 6-4 here. Trying to get close enough to it to play around the jump return from Alex. He has right up to it. Short rail escape available for Alex here. Could go 2 rails. Not many balls down at this end of the table, so kind of tough to get safe. Too low percentage to try to kick it in.
Always difficult as well when you're hitting a rail that's quite close to you, harder to judge the angle. I think he'll be playing this at a bit of pace here to make sure he gets some kind of distance between the 2 balls.
Yeah, it looks like he's considering tying one up. He would probably hit it 60% of the time or more, but the chances of getting safe are just too low. He's taking his extension, really thinking about what he can tie up here.
I think he's going for it. Oh, close. Oh, look, nudge the 7 up. Well, that's changed it slightly.
Yeah, especially
Little
where
nudge
the...
there, Eric, on the 7.
Yeah, they're going to have to shoot the 7 in one of the corners now when it would have been readily available over the side. The 5 will be gone by the time they get to the 7. 8 should be gone as well, removed in a combo about 4. But yeah, made things tougher there. It's close to the rail too. 3 to the 4 is going to take some work. 3 is going to end up in front of the 4, and you can't shoot the 4 into the bottom right.
Always interesting to see how different teams go about difficult clearances like this, because it's not straightforward. You've got to pick your way through it, haven't you, Eric? And it might change as you go through as well.
Yeah, I think CHOU and CHANG's general strategy is to let CHANG be the leader. I've seen times when I believe CHOU knows the shot, but she just looks to CHANG for some reassurance. If I were to venture a guess, I would say that they've known each other for around 20 years, both strong junior players, both been in the billiards program out of Taipei for a long time, so they're familiar and comfortable with each other.
Really is such a fun tournament. This increased this year to 32 instead of 16 teams, and hopefully it's going to grow and become a permanent fixture on the calendar, because it really is popular, not just with the players but with the fans as well, Eric. I've been reading a lot of messages over the past few days, and people really enjoying this format.
Yeah, anytime you get to see multiple players in one match at one time, that's always a bonus for the fans, and just the interaction and how players can kind of work out the rack together. Male-female component on display as well. Got a little too much angle here. I wonder if she can spin it with enough right spin to shoot the 7 in the long pocket. Looks like they're looking at the shorter pocket. There is room between the 7 and the rail to develop some distance with the cue ball. Oh, bit of right spin here. Speed looks pretty good. That's pretty much perfect, Mark. Straight enough.
Yay.
Enough angle to
Tap
come
on
off
the
the rail.
table.
Yeah.
Tap on the
Perfect
table
there
from CHANG.
CHOU. One or two rails across here for CHOU. Ooh, undercut it a bit. Speed made the pocket bigger there.
Yeah, so of course we still have our final to come. Han Yu and Rublin Armit. Now, what about Rublin Armit? We talked about how good a week CHOU's had. What about the week that Rublin Armit has had as well? Gone deep in every tournament, and of course winning the Champion of Champions as well. That great match of 8-ball, Eric, that we commentated on yesterday was the final decider. They played 9-ball, 10-ball, and then 8-ball was a decider. I was so impressed with the 8-ball of both the women, weren't you?
Oh yeah, lots of runouts in that match. Amit throwing in a break and run near the end. They didn't look out of place at all, playing a game that they're not as used to playing or competing at a high level at. Amit played just fantastic in the 9-ball portion of that challenge. Christina came back with a good win in the 10-ball. And yeah, Amit taking it down in the 8-ball.
So, CHANG to break off. Nicely poised 2-2 in this first set of a possible 4. 3 sets will get you the championship title.
About 4 balls threatening the pockets there, all kind of just jamming out, leaving Alex and Kelly a chance here. Cue ball's going to have to play 2 rails probably, and 5-7 are going to be a big factor going towards the 2 off the second rail. See how his cue's coming up off his hand there? That's usually a negative thing for a good break. But he's hitting them with power. It's just a break that he's practiced. Kind of a break they use in hay ball sometimes. Maybe he's been playing a bit of that.
Yeah, actually, after COVID, he took a 2 or 3 year hiatus from American pool and only played Chinese 8-ball. I was speaking to a guy the other day called Jackie from Taiwan, who knows him very, very well, and was telling me that his focus was purely on that, but now he's trying to get right back into this again. So there obviously is some crossovers, Eric, you know, that you've got to, the break is very, very awkward in Chinese 8-ball because you're not allowed to break from the center anymore. You've got a 6-inch window either side from the rail out, 6 inches either side, and they're trying to replicate the straight on break from the side, if that makes sense. So they're driving the 1 ball straight into the pack and they're crossing it over kind of thing and zigzagging 2 rails with the cue ball and trying to make those 2 balls behind.
I've seen that. It's a break that you would never see in American pool, but yeah, they've kind of adapted to what they're forcing them into on the breaking rules there. That was like the original break they were using in hay ball. A lot of players were hitting an open bridge from the middle. But something he's figured out there that isn't typically American pool that he feels like is working, and he has broke well throughout the course of the tournament.
It's kind of like a hybrid break, I guess, a little bit of a mix of the 2.
4-ball doesn't look like it has a full pocket, but it must if Alex played it over there. Good natural position for the 5.
Looks very tight, doesn't it? Are they playing the 8 combo? What did they call? Oh, they
They're
are
okay
playing the
on
4. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, he would have played the 4 in the corner if he was, but it did look pretty tight from the overhead. One rail back for the 6 here. Comfortable position for the rest of the rack. Been a lot of offense in these first 5 games. Quick action too, Mark. We're only about 15 minutes into this final.
Yeah, some lovely smiles on those pictures in the arena, isn't there? Good flowing style. Kelly's much the quicker player, isn't she? There's Carly McGee, the biggest Kelly fan in the world. Travelled from Bristol in England, and they talk like that, Eric, down in Bristol. I'm sure you've heard of Glastonbury, haven't you? The big music festival. Have you heard of that, Eric? It takes place every year, and it's very near to where Carly lives. A massive festival. All the big names across the world converge on Glastonbury. About 250,000 people, I think, go there every year. Wow. On a farm.
New Age Woodstock sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of what it was, you know, built for, to replicate kind of thing. These two very much singing from the same song sheet. This is a good performance here to get on the hill in the opening set.
Alex on extension duty for this 10 ball here.
Yeah, decided she didn't need it. Little things, isn't it, like that, Eric? Just give you those few extra seconds, you know. Instead of hearing the beeps, you don't hear the beeps when you're on the shot, you know. So important.
100%. Yeah. Fisher and KAZAKIS to the hill now. Playing well. Taking full advantage of all their chances. Very few mistakes from either team. A lot of games being decided on the break. especially with Chang breaking from the middle. I mean, that's fans of the Pro Billiard Series know this, but overall breaking from the middle is going to open the rack up more. So if he doesn't make a ball, it's a big advantage for Fisher and Alex.
One player I expected to go deeper in the doubles and of course in the singles, Cesca Centino, who you don't really hear much of her in other tournaments. She doesn't play the WPBA tour, but she always seems to do well when she comes to the Puerto Rico or Vegas tournaments, Eric. But this year I think she'll be a little bit disappointed with the finishes. She did get to the quarterfinals, but got beat by CHOU in straight sets, 3-0.
Yeah, so much expected of her now, and rightly so. I mean, just such a talented player. Things were going real good, but just stalled out in the quarterfinals of both events. She'll be back. Testament to how strong CHOU's playing as well.
On that memorable 10-ball, didn't she, in Klagenfurt in Austria.
Hard to tell if Chang is thick enough to get into the 2-6 here. There could be a carom available over from the left side of the table. Carom looking okay. Ideally, if CHOU can hit the 2 light enough and thin enough to hold the 2 on the short rail, that's what she'll be looking for. If she has to draw it, she won't be able to hold the 2 at all, but I think the following angle is there.
Pocket speed here.
Yeah, played a smart shot there, played some right spin on it, just making sure the cue ball didn't get too far to the left off the 6.
Another player that impressed me this week was Soledad Ayala from Argentina. She had that great quarter-final against Jasmine Ocean as well, and she had a chance to go a little bit further, ended up losing 3-1, but I was very impressed with her game, Eric.
Yeah, a real trailblazer for women players from South America. Starting to see some strong male talent develop out of South America, but she'll be the first kind of for the women. And great inspiration, great player with a good future.
Yeah, great style of play as well. You know, we'd love to get some excitement, don't we, into Paul, and she certainly wears her heart on her sleeve. She goes for a shot. She likes to strike the cue ball pretty firmly. A great potter.
CHOU and Chang looking to bring it to Hill here. Game number 6. Looking pretty good. All balls on the same side of the table.
I think you're going to have to earn every rack you get here. I don't think there are going to be too many mistakes, Eric. It's going to be the odd dry break here and there, the odd hook from the break, the odd push out, you know, that kind of thing. They're both looking in run-out mood, aren't they?
Yeah, I think safes and possibly break and run opportunities are going to make the difference in the match. All players played many matches over the course of the week, all in good stroke now. As long as they're there mentally and physically, which looks like they are.
Yeah, and hats off to CHOU as well. I mean, no rest, like 15 minutes maximum between that grueling shootout, 4 sets and a shootout, which she led at one stage and unfortunately missed. In the end, 2. They both missed 2. No misses here though. So a Hill start to this Kamui Mixed Doubles Open final. Who do you fancy, Eric, in the Las Vegas Open women's final? Who do you think's going to go all the way there? I mean, Han Yu just looks so focused. She's so unmovable, you know. Shows no emotion. She's very, very almost, what's the word, stoic, you know, statuesque. the way she walks around the table, fully focused. She's going to be hard to beat, isn't she?
Yeah, and I've alluded to this before. This will be maybe her sixth or seventh major final, and her record in finals is impeccable. She's only lost once to Centeno in Puerto Rico a couple years ago, but whenever she's made it that far, she knows how to get over the finish line. Of course, Rublin does as well. Multiple-time world champion, 9-ball and 10-ball. So really looking forward to a good match there.
How close can you go to making a ball without actually making one? There was about 4 balls threatened pockets there. And this side pocket underneath us there, yeah, Chang's having a laugh at it. How did one of them not go in? They were getting kicked everywhere.
2 breaks in a row for CHOU and CHANG like that. Alex is going to try to come across into the 2 here. No guarantees on landing on it, but trying to develop something offensive. Bit of right spin, making the pocketing a little tougher.
He'd love to flick that 8 away, wouldn't he? From the 2. Catch it just on the high side as we look on the 8-ball. Yeah, didn't want to catch that side of it. Avoided the scratch, but
yeah, there's defending opportunities here for Kelly. She can cut the 2 to the right a little bit. Get the cue ball back near the 10 where Alex is pointing now. They had to take the risk there, and they're not necessarily at a disadvantage where it ended up. Lucky the cue ball didn't go on the side, really. Left an opening. These are very deceiving, Mark. It looks like you would think at first glance, well, I'll just cut the ball to the left. But the 2 is so close to the 3, it has to get out to that leftward contact point on the 3 so quickly, it's missable. Good shot.
could have been worse.
Yeah, a little too much angle for CHOU here. Kind of looks like the cue ball's running into the 5. If it is, that's going to be a negative as far as getting good on the 4. If she has to elevate and stun to the right of the 5, this is an extremely tough shot. They're going to use their extension here. He's talking about coming around 2 rails, but again, if she has to elevate, it's tough. She goes, gonna shoot the offensive shot here, elevating. Tough on pocketing, tough on cue ball control. Nice shot. Right into the 7. That's a horrible roll there, Mark. You know, played a great shot. Just didn't work out, and all you can do is laugh. I mean, of course, anytime you're running into a ball, things like that can happen. But that was tough to even get to that spot. Big roll here in the first set. Not over yet for CHOU and CHANG. They'll be looking for the kick safe here.
Shot clock going as well to add to the drama. It's a good solid hit, but it's not going to be good. This is a chance. Slightly
Over top of the
over
6.
6 though.
Yeah. Cue ball kind of running into the 9 off the second rail. He might try to just have to play the cue ball around the 9, which is tough, could always run into it. If he does, he should be relatively good. The goal is to miss it altogether here.
Well, you'd be very unlucky not to have a look at the 5, but you could have said that about the shot that CHOU just played. Unlucky not to have a shot on the 4 after that 2.
Just missed the 9. Nice play. An advantage, Kelly and Alex now. Bit of work to do from the 8 to the 9. The one an angle on the 8, similar to where the cue ball is now, but a little bit to the left and a little closer to the 8. Ideally drawing one rail across past the side. Just because both balls are on the rail here, it's the position that Kelly gets Alex on the 8 here is very important. If he ends up with too much angle, he can always go below it and shoot the 9 in the same pocket as the 7. It's tough to get straight enough here. It's okay to come below it. It's a little tough to draw above it. He's playing the draw with a fair bit of left. He's thinking about it. I mean, the easier pocketing on the 8 would just be high ball, but he's going to try to get Kelly better on the 9 here.
Missed a 7 like this earlier on.
Nice play. Perfect with the cue ball.
Great shot. Always a danger, isn't it, Eric, when you're playing that shot? If you don't get enough draw or spin on it, you can sink the cue ball.
Yeah, you're throwing the object ball. Good shot from Alex. What a high level first set this has been.
Yeah, and I don't think it's any coincidence, to be honest, Eric, that both of these teams have been together for some time, and there's great chemistry between both teams. We mentioned it earlier on, and I think that's a huge factor in this final. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. First set then to Alex KAZAKIS and Kelly Fisher. Advantage to them. Now, are they going to have a quick timeout? I think we're staying where we are we?
Quick set, so I think they'll consider staying, but looks like Chang's getting up.
Yep, so we're going to jump out of our chairs as well, Eric. Go and grab yourself a Diet Coke or something, and I'll see you all back here in a couple of minutes. All right, guys?
Just
Welcome
joining you
back,
again.
guys, to the rear wall suites.
Go ahead, Mark.
Some stats on the screen for you. What do you see from there, Eric?
Well, super high level player overall performance. Alex and Kelly coming in at almost 900. 50-50
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
break
they're-
success for
I think their performance
CHANG.
in the semi-final, Eric, I think was 870. I saw on a post from Predator Pro Billiard Series. So keeping up that high level, aren't they, mate?
Yeah, no safes from Alex and Kelly, and I was mentioning that the set was going pretty quick and pretty offensive. Every time they got to the table, they were just on a run out. Pretty much completed all of them. 2 missed shots from Chang and CHOU.
Yeah, fouls drawn. That one.
Yeah, Alex trying to kick at the 1 ball, 2 rails. Chang putting him in a
Now,
real bad spot.
Eric, I've come across some facts for Las Vegas. I thought I always like to find out a little bit about where the tournament's going on while we're waiting for the other players to come back. Now, the 17 of the 20 largest hotels in the world are in Las Vegas. The largest hotel in the world is in Moscow, while the second largest is the Venetian in Las Vegas and the Palazzo with 36 floors, 53 floors and over 7,017 rooms. The city has more than 150,000 hotel rooms, and it would take someone over 400 years to stay one night in every hotel room in the city. Unbelievable, huh? Now, the Rio has 2,520 rooms at the Rio, where you are. Some astounding facts.
Yeah, I mean this is a huge complex. It takes 15 minutes to walk from the hotel rooms, maybe good 10 minutes, and I walk at a good pace, Mark. 10 minutes to walk from the hotel rooms back to the convention center, and they need to put the convention center at the back because it's so big. They have parking in between the casino and the convention center. It's just a world-class event space here.
I remember walking with you down Convention Way once, Eric. You walk, well, I have to take 2 steps to your every one. You get there twice as fast as I do.
You're not the only one. Everyone's always trailing behind me.
It's Elise I feel sorry for, your girlfriend.
Oh, it happens.
You must be dragging her along holding hands.
It's not even that she walks slow. It's just that I get 20 yards ahead and wait pretty much. I don't know how to slow down. I don't know what it is.
So yeah, just talking about the Rio, there's lots and lots of action going on in addition to the 8 tremendous tournaments that we've had here at the Predator Pro Billiard Series. We started with the juniors, of course. We had the para sports match between Hendrik Larsson and Charlie Hands as well. We had some one pocket. We had the brilliant Banks tournament, which I absolutely fell in love with. Billy Thorpe having a great win in that. We also had, of course, the Las Vegas Men's and Women's Open, this Scotch doubles, of course, and the champion of champions. But there's also all the BCA leagues going on as well, on 300 and more bar box tables in 3 rooms. So it really is a great festival of pool, one of the biggest in the world, on the world stage, on the calendar for pool. Here we go then, second set advantage to Fisher and KAZAKIS at the moment. Yeah. And they're breaking off first in the second set.
Nicely struck by Kelly, 4-railer going in, straight in on the 1. This is exactly what they were looking for here. They just seem to have that extra mojo, like positive mojo, where, you know, when it comes down to those little rolls here and there, they kind of develop good karma for themselves, I feel. Cue ball's kind of running into the 8 here, but you can play a soft stun, avoiding it, going across table. Didn't want to be on the rail, but the 5 ball's available enough. See how aggressive Alex gets here. I think he's thinking about just leaving her distance. Wise play. Start trying to overplay position here with spin or speed. It's not going to work out well. Kelly wants some angle to draw to the right. I believe she has it. She'll be looking at playing the 6 in the same pocket as the 5. Once the 6 is down, pretty much guaranteed to get through the rest of the rack. Nice play. They're there, Mark. Looking good.
Yeah, break and run would be the perfect start to the second set for them, wouldn't it? And that 2-set lead, if you can get it, guaranteed, of course, the minimum of a shootout, but you don't want it going that far. You want to try and get the job done. It's a huge advantage, though, obviously.
One rail out for Kelly. 9-ball nice and close to the 10. Little funny here. Didn't want to leave him straight. Didn't want to leave him distance. Kelly knows it. Alex knows it, but gives her a pat on the back. I'll pick you up, partner.
Wei Chu Chen. Kelly's road dog, a road partner. They actually both visited Thailand together. It was Wei's first visit to Thailand not long ago. She really enjoyed the food here. That girl can eat, I tell you. There's nothing of her, but she eats and eats and eats. She loves it.
To be young and have low metabolism, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Good opening rack from Alex and Kelly here. A little bit of a recovery shot from Alex on the 8. Get through for the break and run. Gonna be Alex.
Would you like some more facts about? Would you like some more facts about Las Vegas? A couple while we're waiting.
Sure. I love trivia, Mark. Turn it
if
into
you
a question.
took,
Sorry.
well, I can't really turn this one in. Okay. How many fountains do you think the Bellagio has? How many fountains does it use in its water show? You've got 10 seconds. You're on the shot clock, Eric. No extension. Come on.
111.
That's a funny number. 1,200 is the answer.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I quit the trivia. 1,200 fountains in there? Wow. Square here from KAZAKIS.
You don't want to know what water they use either for them. I'll just say it's called grey water. That's enough about that.
I heard a story that the owner of the Bellagio Casino actually bought a water company to kind of fill out the front of the pond there. I don't know if that's some kind of myth, but because we're in the desert here. Nice shot from Chang,
Yeah,
creating distance, creating coverage.
They actually used to drive water into the city in tankers on trucks when it, you know, before they got the water systems going, but now of course it's piped. But yeah, at the start they used to truck it in.
Big mess over on the right long rail. 3 might be available on the side. Going to be a lot of tactical play in this rack. Alex and Kelly talking about a kick safe here.
Oh, that will do. That will do nicely. Thank you very much.
And that's rearranged that cluster area too, to the point where the 3-7 combo could be available. So big battle on the 1 ball here.
1 ball side pocket.
Heard our referee Roman call 1 ball side pocket.
Good half ball hit from CHOU. Not leaving anything offensive for Alex.
One ball corner pocket.
It's called the 1-2 rails. Main goal is to bank the 1 in line with 397. Lots of coverage over on the right side of the table. It might go. Doesn't want it to go, and it's not. 4 balls so far away, the jump is out of the equation, so tough kick here from Chang. Small advantage to Kelly and Alex now.
Yeah, no measuring systems here, no diamond systems, just playing it on instinct.
Got it. What a shot.
Perfectly.
Going to be forced to play another save here, but they'll be happy to they can put out Alex and Kelly in a bad spot.
Nicely done, Eric, and they've turned the situation round, haven't they? Kelly got that hook behind the 4, and then Alex played the good hook on the 1 ball, but a great kick from Chang made the 1 ball, and now they find themselves on the wrong end of the safety battle here.
Some good tactical play from both teams here. Looks like Taipei is going to have the first offensive chance in 4 innings here. The 3 plays up to the top right. Cue ball's moving slightly to the left. It's actually straight enough that it's okay. It should be okay to come back and pocket the 3 in the top right. I'm surprised, Mark. There's space there between the 7-9. Bank's available here.
Yeah, played for it, so must feel confident, but of course your partner's got to play it, not you.
Good shot. Yeah, I guess anytime you're able to play into kind of a dead-on banking angle, it's a high percentage shot, moving the cue ball less. Typically you'd play for the 3 rail angle on the 5, but the 8's kind of in the way of that 3 rail pass, so I think he'll try to get straighter on the 5 here. Kind of came into the 3 rail angle a little more.
I've actually fallen in love with bank pool this week, Eric. I don't know about you, but I'm going to start playing that for a bit of fun as well. It really is so much to learn in that game. I thought it was just, you know, bang the ball across the table and make it in the corner pocket, but sorry to all you bank players out there, it's what a game of skill it is. I mean, Billy Thorpe, how good is he? Ran 11 balls in a row. Terrific.
Yeah, high level strategical, you know, always calculating the odds of what are your percentage of making that bank, and are you going to play position for the next ball, and playing 2-way shots. No luck in the game. Everything has to go straight in. All shots are tough on the execution. There's a nicely executed shot by Chang.
A lot of the shots translate into rotation as well, because they're coming up all the time, aren't they? So it's a nice mix.
And a lot of the time what banks allow you to do in rotation is not break out a ball. If there's a ball on the side rail, kind of just playing across side instead of opening that ball up, which, you know, as you all know, whenever you're rearranging balls, the chances of always getting good on it are not as high.
Yeah, that's a great point, that, as was the case there on the 3 ball that CHOU made into the side pocket with the bank. Try and go into them, you can come unstuck, can't you? So yeah, that's a good point there, Eric.
So after a safe battle in the first few innings here, so Chang getting the advantage, running all the way out.
It was good to see some new partnerships as well this year. Rublin Armit and Francisco Bustamante was a great partnership, and Yvonne Ullman-Hebler as well, playing alongside Alex Paguilin. And I just read a Facebook post this morning that Yvonne put up about her experience playing with Alex, and she said she just learned so much from just playing, you know, a couple of matches with Alex. And I think it really is a great mix to have these, you know, these mixed doubles are fantastic because you're getting to see the way women think and the way men think as well. And as we've seen, there's that crossover, you know, of players seeing something that the other player isn't seeing, which is always interesting.
Yeah, teams like Ropero and Delgado, first time entrants, might not have been invited if there was only 8 teams in the tournament, but definitely in the mix at 32 and produced a good result, finishing all the way in the semifinals. There was 16 teams that were real strong and I felt could get near the end of this mixed doubles, and this is the result of all those teams.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, it can increase to maybe, who knows, 64 teams would be nice, wouldn't it? Make a real big event out of it. Not that it's not big now, 30,000 to the winners, of course.
Chang switching up breaks there, going from the side rail, hit them well, but nothing down again. Both teams kind of struggling on the break, particularly CHOU and Chang. Can't hit a much better mark, but really relying on the one when you're going from the side rail.
Yeah, with the hand rack, it is a bit of a lottery, isn't it, whether you make a ball or not.
Kelly and Alex recognizing the difficulty of pushing here, so Alex is looking at some kind of kick safe. Ideally moving the cue ball towards the 4-9. This can go bad if you hit it too thickly. Nice hit. Speed just slightly off, but would rather have taken a chance at getting them in a bad spot than pushing.
Yeah, when the ball's so close to the pocket, it's so difficult, isn't it, to find somewhere to push to, Eric, to cause any real problem. All you're doing is inviting a good safety on yourself at the very, very least. So I think that's a good choice there from Alex KAZAKIS.
Yeah, and just taking the initiative, not putting the ball in CHOU and Chang's court at all. We're talking about playing the cue ball behind the 4 here. Lots of coverage for the 1 going up table. Got the cue ball where they wanted, but not wide enough with the 1. 7 might be blocking the pocketing angle. Not much on offer for position, even if they do have it.
Would you consider going rail first here, Eric, to make this?
Yeah, I
Spinning
think
the
you
cue
have
ball
to.
over?
Yeah, you're guaranteeing the hit. Just going to see what's happening with the cue ball. Maybe even hit it in a way where you're actually not trying to make it. She did try to make it. Chance for Chang now, tough one. 3 and the 5 is in the way of the natural position track for the 2. Safes aren't easy here, so I think you'll see him going offense. That was the only safe available. I was getting a little leery of those shots where you have to line the object ball and the cue ball up exactly, but he played it very well.
Yeah, got it so close to the rail, taking out the kick and stick, so he's either going to need a full ball contact or a very thin contact on this. Maybe can get some kind of hook behind the 4 here, Eric. It's called the corner pocket.
Yeah, he's kicking to make this, and he's kicking to hit the top side of the 1, where if he doesn't, the 1 will come back towards the 7 even further, and the 1 will likely stay down on that end of the table.
Referee Roman the sentry on duty here, making sure there's no foul.
That's exactly what he played there. Containment for at least one more shot here. I think it is cuttable. Overhead angles are a little deceiving on exact thinness. It's too thin, I think, to play in. So another save from CHOU and CHANG coming. Gonna leave the left edge. Kelly will be likely banking the 1 up the middle of the table here, trying to play the cue ball in line with the 2-8. Standard safe that comes up a lot. The aggressive safe would be to draw the cue ball behind the 4, but I think it's pretty, she is gonna do that. That's what can happen on those draw safes. The spin can start running out. Very tough to judge. Not faulting them, it's more of an aggressive safety play. But this can be the result.
It's very easy to underhit them because you're frightened of overhitting them. So you tend to, you know, stop the stroke maybe just before you need to. He invited this. Now, has he cut off the side rail? That's the thing here, isn't it, Eric, with his shot?
Yeah, he looks kind of happy with it with his body language, but Alex is not convinced yet. He's right down on the angle and looks like he is going to go to the easiest rail here.
Corner pocket. Foul.
Yeah, moved the 8.
Yeah, how he was cueing at it, I kind of thought he was going to hit it. I mean, obviously he had to get high up the rail there to hit the 1, but mistake from KAZAKIS. And they're going to be going combo here. 3-ball plays tough, so taking a shot at the win.
Yeah, almost had to play that to not masse around the 8, but just play it with some left-hand spin, you know, to move it away from the 8 ball. But anyway, an early 10 and an easy rack there for CHOU and CHANG. Now take the lead 2-1. When you're doing all your coaching, Eric, do you get into kicking and safety play? Is that part of your curriculum as well?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the first thing to work on is fundamentals. Make sure you're able to deliver a straight stroke and work on the timing of your stroke, set up, all that stuff. But you know, especially in rotation, when you're only playing safe around 1 ball, it's a huge part of the game. Players only playing 8 ball, it's, you know, good thing to know and good thing to be aware of. But in rotation, I mean, if you don't have a good idea of how to play safe, you're just not going to advance very far in the game.
Is there a question that you're asked more often? Is there one particular thing that you're asked, you know, why do I miss cue when I screw back, or why do I miss this particular shot all the time? Is there a common thread to any of them?
There's one is like, I struggle on balls that with distance. I said, well, I always tell them, well, I hate to give you a cheap answer, but they're just tougher. And you know, it's like you're shooting at a ball that's so far away. You've got to cue the cue ball so perfectly. If you're a millimeter off on the cueing, it's going to deflect the cue ball too much. I mean, we work on things to improve that, but that's a big one that comes up a lot, and there's no easy answer. Looks like the 1 passes the 4 here. Good chance for Kelly and Alex. Nice play. Tough to control the speed when you're stunning the ball like that. Was forced to stun it. Got nice and straight here. Rack looking pretty good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Very little cue ball movement.
I'm loving the team shirts as well this year. All wearing their team colours, which is great, isn't it?
Yeah, wearing different things than they would be playing singles. Kind of a unity move. If you get near the middle of the table on the 6, you can play the cue ball around 2 rails to the 7. 8 and 9 balls slightly in the way of that track, but pretty big window between them. I feel like that's a positive play. Be playing into the angle. Actually got a little too much angle here where it might be tough to hold in the middle, so they're thinking about how to maneuver the cue ball back to that area, possibly something completely different.
Alex stroked that beautifully, didn't he? That.
There goes the play to the middle. Good recovery. Looked easy, but when you have to move the cue ball like that and get back in line, you obviously want to do it right away, because if you keep getting more and more out of line, it just compounds and gets you into a spot where you're not playing offense anymore. Good hit from Kelly.
Yeah, looked a little bit stabby there, but that's kind of the way she's played all her whole life, isn't it? She's never had that slow backswing. She's always had the quick back and quick through. It's not why she's called quick fire, but it's just the speed she plays. That's why she's called quick fire.
Coincidental on the stroke delivery though. Slightly overstunned, but close to it. Can feel the pocketing angle very well when the cue ball is this close to the object ball. Thick enough that she can just play one rail out. More strong play from Kelly and Alex here.
Yeah, and if you notice, all 4 players are playing, of course, with the Revo shaft, but only one of them isn't wearing a glove.
Yeah, usually most players that play with carbon prefer to play with gloves.
Yeah, Alison Fisher also uses carbon, and she doesn't wear a glove either. I think it's a snooker thing. You like to feel that cue going through your fingers. You know, it's just a feeling thing.
I think so too. The first 20 years, 10 to 15, 20 years of their careers, they would never even consider wearing a glove, as most snooker players don't. Almost all snooker players don't. Also explains why they favor open bridge too as well, from their snooker background.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? I can't do the loop bridge. Next time I come to Toronto, I think I'm going to come round about July, August, Eric.
Great.
I'm going to pop
Good to
into
see
the
you.
corner bank and see you, and I want you to teach me how to do a loop bridge, how to draw back, how to use side spin, how to break, how to play when you're tree topped over a ball, how to jump, how to keep my mind focused, how to play long shots, well, everything really. Can we start from the beginning?
You'll be up 100 Fargo points within a week, Mark. Yeah, after practicing all the knowledge for a few thousand hours too. Kelly to break here, rack number 5, second set. There goes the 7. Little positive rub from the 4 to the 7, but nothing on the 1. See, it's funny, Mark. At that point, you maybe looks a little aggressive, but it's funny that at the point where you don't have a shot on the 1, you'd almost rather not make a ball.
Yeah, in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, the jump is comfortable as far as hitting it, but too off angle on the side, not high enough percentage to pocket the 1. They're thinking about something down near the bottom right because I'm gonna go that way.
If the one went to the top left as we look past the 4, maybe it's a consideration to jump the 1, but I don't think it does.
Yeah, they're looking again at the bottom right push. It's going to leave the top left for pocketing, but maybe they'll try to edge the angle where they don't actually have the proper side of the 1. I mean, if you leave the top left here, the position for the 2 is extremely tough, but I'll tell you, Chang might have a go at this. He's the kind of player that can make these big stroke shots. He's gonna go offense here. Draw over to the right long rail. Back for the 2 in the same pocket. Big point here in the second set. Alex wanted to get the cue ball a little closer to the rail. He's left him reasonably comfortable cueing. Nailed it. Wanted to get a little more draw, but CHOU will stick offense here. Gonna have to hit the zone between the 8-9. Tough part, I don't think you can just come back 2 rails. You gotta go 3 rails across. Oh, 2 was there, missed the 6. She's good. Look at these developments from CHOU and CHANG here.
Fifth rack, always important when it's 2-2. It's that advantage of getting on the hill first and you're breaking for the set. This is perfect.
And CHOU and CHANG, after losing their first round, so many victories on the way back. Or that was Kelly and Alex, pardon me. But both teams have a lot of table time together now. Wants to be straight here, ideally. Looks like there might be some angle moving to the left, but CHANG can still take the cue ball over to the right long rail and out. Maybe just straight enough to hold. Powered through it. Cue ball's moving slightly up table, easy pocketing on the 9, so I think she'll take it all the way up and back. More run-out play. Missed shots have been at a premium.
Really has been high quality, Eric, hasn't it? And as you suggested earlier, it's been those safety battles that have been the telling part of this match, and a few dry breaks as well. But that's about it. The standard in run-outs is absolutely fantastic. Now, lots and lots of great tournaments we've had, as I mentioned before, and they don't happen without great sponsors. And of course, our title sponsor for this is Kamui, but our Pro Billiard Series partners as well, so important to the success of these great events. The Predator Group, of course, Yalin, the Little Monster Jump Cues, Samsung TV Plus, Box Billiards, our friends in Vietnam. Now we're going to be going to Vietnam end of September, I believe, for the World 10 Ball. I think that's what's happening. I'm next door in Thailand. I hope I get the invite for that. Thank you so much to Ven Billiards Corporation as well, and Q Sports International, who put this whole expo thing together. Ozzy Reynolds and Amy Reynolds do such great work. I've worked in their office when I've been in Vegas before. So much preparation goes into this event. It all starts 6 months before it actually happens. Thousands and thousands and thousands of players converge on the Rio. There's so much logistics goes into this event. So thank you so much to Q Sports International as well. It really is an event like no other. And we look forward to being back next year breaking on the hill then. Chang Junglin looking to level things up at 1-set.
Back to the open bridge from the bed of the table. Offense break coming. 10 ball had a chance to go in the top left, kicked away. Nothing on the 1. Alex and Kelly gonna look to pull out a good save here.
Well, he threw everything at that, the kitchen sink, everything, but still no joy. He almost ended up in the pocket himself.
Yeah, that just kind of seems like his strategy is just like really splashing at the rack, trying to get as much movement throughout all the balls. I don't blame him. Alex looking to play the cue ball behind the 4 here. Bunch of left spin to bring the cue ball further left than it would naturally play.
Yeah, 1 ball won't move too much.
Good angle.
Look at this, Eric. Look at this.
Speed's good as well. I think so. Definitely with the 3, if not the 9. Good shot from Alex. Only negative there is he might have opened up the 9 in a way where the combo's less available and the 4 is still not available to the corner, but no way to legislate for that.
Extension.
Well, if CHOU goes off the short rail here, which I don't even think she will, it's just it's too much spin. You could get there 2 rails, but super tough to judge. I kind of like going to the short rail where the chalk is.
2 ball, corner pocket.
Oh, there's room between the 5-7. Pardon me. Gonna need some left spin to straighten out the cue ball.
I thought she might call the 10 here if she could see enough of the 1. Yeah, exactly.
My goodness. Apologize, guys. We didn't realize she could see the 1 there. Sorry.
Interesting what she called there, Eric. I'm sure she called something, maybe the 2 or the 10. Delicate little safety. Simple, but efficient.
1 ball, corner pocket.
Left the right long rail. Chang will be trying to kick this in, immediately calls the corner. If it doesn't hit the corner pocket, it can play around 2 rails and create some distance.
Foul.
So odd how you can misjudge those sometimes. I like hitting those kicks with draw too, but I've done the same thing. It's like you're trying to change the natural kicking angle. Yeah, ball kind of hopped off the rail there, changing the angle. That'll happen on all tables. 10 ball went down, so it's spotted now. Do you believe the 4 passes the 9 mark? I don't think so. He's kind of going over and taking a look. Yeah, it looks like it's too covered. But this is why they're playing the combo. Wow. Big developments here early in rack 6.
She played safety. Stop the ball. She played the safety behind the 4. Correct, okay.
Not sure what they're discussing there with the
10
ref.
ball.
I think making sure he was calling what he thought he was calling. This is the kind of shot you expect to see down my local pool room on a Tuesday night, 10 ball. Not in the final of a big tournament like this, but it just shows you, Eric, the 4 didn't pass, so that's why they took it on. And a nice cheap rack there, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the comboing angle was lined up enough. But Alex made it look easy. If the whole rack was open, they probably wouldn't have shot it. It's still a good shot from Alex there. Little displeasure from Chang there. You see the camera kind of panning by him. Celebration from Alex and Kelly.
I find him so entertaining, Chang. It's just something about him, you know. How many weddings, Eric, do you think take place in Vegas every day? There's another trivia for you.
Well, I missed the last one by 1,000, so now I'm scared. How many every day?
How many weddings every day take place in Vegas?
5,000?
300. You're not very good at this, mate.
What is no way.
It's actually over 50 chapels, wedding chapels in Las Vegas, hosting 300 weddings daily. Back to doubles of a different kind, Scotch doubles.
It's embarrassing.
When's it going to be 301? That's what I want to know, Eric Hallefson.
Tonight, yeah. I've done work tonight. Little straight here. Only available pocket for the 3 is the side. Wants to get right around where he is there. Looks like he does have some angle going to the right. Play the cue ball with a bit of left spin. Tough shot here though, crossing the angle, thick ball, lots of movement.
Extension.
Yeah, 3 to the 4 as well. Isn't going to be easy, is it? Done well.
Yeah, they're gonna run into the 8 here. They're gonna hit the left side of the 8. So that'll promote the cue ball going forward. Gotta be careful the cue ball doesn't run into the 9 off the long rail.
Playing this with a touch of left, Eric, or just letting it run?
I would, as long as the left's not taking the cue ball into the 9. These sides are tighter than it looks from angles on camera. So mistake here in the hill game from Kelly and Alex. Got lucky on the leave.
Yeah, the 8 was a distraction, as was the 9 as well, wasn't it? Would have been hooked on the 4. But lucky to get away with it.
Chang's considering thinning the 3 in front of the 6, but it's tough to hit the 3 that thin. Another part of that shot is the cue ball can play behind the 8. Touchy either way. Yeah, cue ball behind the 6, a little safer. Taking away the most obvious rails as well. Alex might be able to get back into this one rail with a bunch of left spin. He will. This is not high percentage kick safe though, so they're going to look for some kind of development here. Good try. Oh, and they're in trouble now, Mark.
Oh dear. He of course made the ball in the wrong pocket. So it's your team's, the opposing team's option. Do they want you to go next? And of course they do. Stay there, get out of that one. You put it there. Kelly's got to get out of it though.
Yeah, this looks a little sharp going this way, but Kelly will know what kind of angle she can create. Nice hit. Made
not
another
again.
one in another pocket. Well, this is interesting. They will take this on in some fashion, but if they go offense here, they're kind of betting the game on long pocketing.
He's having fun, isn't he? Chang Jung-Lin, he loves it. He loves his pool, always on the practice table as well. Reminds me of Shane Van Boning in a way. Can never get him off the practice table.
Try from CHOU. Alex can play the cue ball 3 rails behind the 6 here. Small chance of coming between the 6 and the rail, but I think it's a good play. Is he going to get right behind the 6? Doesn't matter. The 9's covering it as well. Nice shot from KAZAKIS. A lot of exchanges in this hill game, Mark.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? I'm thoroughly enjoying, Eric, the strategic side of this as well. Force the error.
Yeah, I don't know if Kelly has enough of the right side of the 4. If she has to pocket the 4 in the bottom left, it's not great because the cue ball's moving heavily towards the scratch. She's called the bottom left. Big scratch risk here. Even if you run into the 6, you can still scratch.
Yeah, you could come off the back of the 6, couldn't you, if you really get into this cue ball? Wow.
Ran into the
What
6,
a shot
could
that
have
was.
scratched, and it's ended up good. And this is what a shot from Kelly. Hill, and they're looking good now.
The kind of shot that makes you feel great after playing that. Wasn't easy, was it? Went for it full-bloodedly and ended up, okay, a little bit of a roll, but you won't begrudge them that after such a great shot.
Yeah, just decided to go all in there and it paid off. Other factor was it was very tough to play safe, so Kelly with her back against the wall makes a great shot as she's done her whole career. Straight back draws okay here. Come all the way to the left long rail. Control the speed of the cue ball. Anytime you're drawing, you got to be aware of where you're hitting on the cue ball. Play from Alex.
It's a bounce. It has. Oh, what a great set this has been. Both sets so far, Eric. Could have gone either way, couldn't they? But better of the safety exchanges. Again, a little bit of fortune. You always need that. And it's 2 sets to 0. This is great stuff. They think they've won it, do they? No. I thought they thought they'd won it for a second there. They're just happy that the second set has gone to them. So we're going to nip out for a quick break, guys. And we'll see you for set number 3. It's a must win for CHOU, Chang Jung-Lin. That's coming up in a couple of minutes. See you soon. Welcome back to Las Vegas. I'm sure there's a wedding going on at the moment. Eric Horlofson is here with me. We're going to talk about some stats, Eric.
How many would have to happen per hour for there to be 5,000 a day? Why don't I just think of it like that? There would have to
get over it.
No, I can't.
It's
too far off.
No one died. No one died. There's nothing to win. Okay, just get over it. Forget it.
Okay.
Let's get down to these. Let's get back to the stats.
Good. Close in the overall player overall performance. Very high from Alex and Kelly. Missed balls are, I haven't remembered any. There's 3 total from both teams over the course of 14 games. That's very low. I mean, both teams' safety efficiency is pretty high. It just seems like after 3 or 4 innings, one team is getting the advantage, and Alex and Kelly getting a little more advantage. Huge shot from Kelly on the 4 in the Hill game there in that last set. That was, just had to come with it, and she did.
One last chance to redeem yourself. Your very last chance, okay? The Little White Wedding Chapel has a drive-through tunnel of vows. Britney Spears once got married there. How long did her marriage last? I'll give you a clue. It was hours.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Go on then.
Well, no, I don't
Googling.
remember the
I
amount
want
of
your
hours.
answer now.
It was 5.
You want to have a guess or not? It was 55.
5.
I'll give you that. 55. Okay. Pretty close.
So there was a 5 in the answer.
There was. That's why I'm going to give it to you. So we do have another final coming up for you guys. It will be Han Yu against Rubelin Amit in the final of the Kamui Las Vegas Women's Open. That will be coming up sometime after this match. We're not sure of the exact time. It could be put back just a little bit. Depends on how this one goes. You never know. First 2 sets to Kelly and Alex. The next 2 could quite easily go to CHOU and CHANG. Let's find out as we return to the arena for the third and very, very, important set, isn't it, Eric? It's a must-win.
Yeah, one stat I missed there was the break success has been higher for Alex and Kelly. Twice the amount that it has been for Chang and CHOU, so kind of getting the first shot more often. They did come with a couple break-in runs. It's a bit of a difference there as well. They've pocketed 21 more balls, but while only winning 2 more games.
Yeah, that's basically the 2 racks, isn't it? Because they've both been heel sets.
Really world-class
What's been your
stuff. Go ahead.
What's been your highlight of the week, Eric? What match have you enjoyed commentating on most, if there has been one?
I mean, I was there for the 11 banks with Billy. 10 banks that counted in gameplay, but 11 banks in a row. I'd never seen that many in a row on any stream. I mean, they talk about 5 and out being kind of rare. He banked out 10 and out to win the match. A lot of those banks matches were exciting too, going down to the very last ball, very best of 2-2 last ball. Banks has been interesting. I mean, just seeing the overall level of play from all players. Every time I come out to these events, it feels like the players are getting better and better. And, John and I have been alluding to this a little bit. The players playing on the same equipment, the equipment playing consistently. You're going to see players playing stronger and stronger.
Yeah, I think the banks were a great highlight for me. Also, I loved the juniors. For me, to watch and commentate on Laz Martinez, the young kid from Texas, the Shane Van Boning kind of, player-like guy. You could see he's modelled himself on Shane Van Boning. Not a bad person to model your career on. You wouldn't want to copy everything of his technique, but you can certainly see in his mannerisms, the way he stands, the way he cues, even down to, the way he sits in his chair as well. I'm loving seeing these juniors come through, and I can't wait to see the progress that Laz Martinez is going to make. For me, that was my highlight of this tournament. Just such a professional at such a young age. Terrific stuff.
Seven ball for a railer coming around, 4 ball down as well. Looks like Chang has a look at the 1. Gonna be safe off the first shot.
1 ball.
Could play the 1 to the, was calling the 1? Is that right, Mark? This would be really aggressive.
Yeah, he called the 1.
Getting tired of playing safe here. No, it's some kind of safe. Called it in the side, maybe? Oh, off
Maybe
the back of
off
the
the
2.
back of the 2. Yeah, off the back
Yeah,
of the 2, mate.
I was thinking, how could he be playing offense there? But it was just an in-case call.
Could be a gap here.
Yeah, if he only has to jump over the 6, it's impossible. If he has to jump over the 3, it's tough.
1 ball. 1 ball corner pocket.
The gap between all those, good call, Mark, and it's there, I guess.
I may only have one eye, but it's a good eye.
Wow. What a roll there for Alex and Kelly in the first game, and it just seems like they're getting that little extra push.
Nice speed as well.
Nicely in line now. Very little cue ball movement in the next 4 shots.
Eight to 9, 9 to 10. Key shots in this one, Eric. Next 3 shots, no problem.
I like getting it on a line kind of where the 6 is on the 9. Closer to it, but along that line. Coming 3 rails around for the 10. Thinking about what angle they want on the 8 so they can get good on the 9. I like where they're pointing. Can come 2 rails into the angle. Maybe just a little straight where she might consider 1 rail, but I think 2 rails still plays okay here. A little straighter on the 9. He can stay up the right side of the table here. Straight high, maybe a bit of right, going 2 rails.
Extension.
I think just deciding if he wants to go 1 or 2 rails towards the 10. Looks like you have to play a little too much right to go to the 2nd rail, but it'll be his preference. Nice shot.
Nice shot, Kazabubu, as he's known. Opening rack again in a very, very important set, breaking in the 2nd rack as well. This is a high quality final, Eric, and we did expect it. Same 2 pairs going at it again for the 2nd year running. It was CHOU and Chang Lin last year that lifted the trophy. But Alex and Kelly determined to wrench it from the clasp. The couple sat on your left. Referee Roman getting those Arcos II balls nice and tight. Doesn't want any gaps. Big thanks to Kamui and Masato Hiroka from Kamui was actually here and playing in one of the tournaments. And I'm sure he'll be giving the trophy away to one of these two pairs later on as well. Who's it going to be? Still not sure. But Kelly and Alex looking slight favourites at the moment.
That
Railer
four
again,
railer
Eric.
Yeah, it's gone in a couple times. Doesn't look like anything offensive on the 1, but KAZAKIS can play the cue ball behind the 4 here. If he wants to get aggressive, he can play the 1 into the 2-8, kind of developing that small problem.
Got a little kick there from Kelly Fisher. Be nice to see
up
her
table.
on Strictly Come Dancing, it's called, Eric, in the UK. It's called, of course, Dance with the Stars other places around the world. I wonder will we see Kelly Fisher on it. We've already seen Jasmine Ocean strutting her stuff in her sequins and high heels. I wonder if we're going to see Kelly do that one year. That would be fun to see, wouldn't it? MBE now, of course, as well for her services to sport.
That's nice. That was newly awarded to her. Chang made another kick
rail.
similar to that.
No rail.
No rail this time.
Well, how do you fancy 3 fouls, Eric?
Yes, particularly because where the 2 is. And you can really trap them between the 7 and the rail here. Well done. They have 2 rails out of the corner. It's going to play a little tight. Might have to put a bit of stun on the cue ball.
One ball side pocket.
Good play.
Nicely done. Nicely done. It's forced a mistake though, Eric. This is, well, they have a shot at the 1.
Yeah, position on the 2 is real tough. I mean, you can try to play the cue ball right on the right long rail, but very tough from where the 1's lying. They're having a talk about it now.
Extension.
This is where I wish they were mic'd up so you could hear what they're actually talking about. Would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? I know they do it in Mosconia sometimes.
Yeah, I think they're thinking about getting on the angle they're on right now and banking the 2 out 3 rails around, maybe 4 rails, using the 8 as the major coverage ball. Just not high percentage enough to lay the cue ball right between the rail and the 8 coming across table. End of the shot clock there, well executed. She'll want the 2 to be banking long of the corner pocket, and it is.
6 ball side pocket.
Calling the 6 on a low percentage in case call. Ooh, it's a little unlucky if the 2 ends up between the rail and the cue ball. Off angle on the combo.
Not easy. Could have been worse. Could have been better. It's one of those, isn't it?
Looks like pretty good coverage here. Might have the right edge. If they do, they'll be playing the cue ball back behind the 7. And if they get it behind the 7, that'll pretty much be a game winner.
Yeah, this is a real snooker safety, this shot. Clipping thin off a ball, taking it up behind the bolt colours, Eric. I was kind of thinking if Kelly's playing this, she'll be pretty good at this shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
Eric's
just caught
caught
it a
it
little
way too
thick
thick. Super tough to judge. He knew as soon as he hit it, didn't he, that it wasn't right.
Not quite sure what they're looking at here. Which ball mark did you hear? Must be the 7.
No, I've got good eyes, Eric, or good eye, but I haven't got good ears. I'm sorry.
This is really aggressive. Cutting the 2 into the 7. Yeah, just a safe call again.
Yeah, could be in trouble here though. I think that 2 ball will push past the 7 off the side rail. Get the hook behind the 7.
Yeah, looking to hit the right edge of the 2 here. Pushing it over to the left.
Touchy little shot.
Good shot. It's there. Very hittable kick, but can't play the 2 right in. 7's blocking the pocket for the 2. And tough to kind of lay up behind another ball like Kelly just did on this one. Shaking his head. I mean, isn't really seeing any positives coming out of this.
Did he call the 2?
Might have, but it won't really go. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was talking about. A bit harder, Eric, and he might have got the double kiss on that.
Yeah, maybe a double kiss would have
surprised.
been the only way.
I'm surprised he played it so slow. There was nothing that was going to happen at that speed, but
I know.
oh, what a chance now.
Kelly will want to get Alex as straight as she can on the 5. 4 plays in a row up the right long rail. Good shot. Just getting that extra bit straight here matters, and Alex is in good position now.
He just wants it a foot off the rail, doesn't he? Roughly. About 30 centimetres off the side rail here for the 6. Stun out for the 7.
Little straight, gonna have to power up a little more than comfortable. Still playable. Just rolled through the angle, so a little more cue ball movement from 7 to 8, but that was a smart shot there. Keeping the speed down.
Yeah, I didn't fancy trying to force that angle, Eric, off of that side rail, playing it down the rail. Could easily go wrong, couldn't it? So erring on the side of precaution there. Left a good enough angle. Wants it to slow up.
Would be good here, yeah. Kind of an in-between angle. Kelly coming over, saying the cue ball's moving to the left. Is that okay? Alex gives her a quick okay on that one. That's how these doubles have to be played. I mean, there's a bunch of shots, but you have to go with the one that you like. Hopefully your partner likes it as well, and decide quickly.
Yeah, certainly was. Endaxi, as they say in Greek. Okay, leave it there.
Shot, got up a little bit on the execution, and he's actually underdrawn it a bit. Cue ball's kind of playing towards. Yeah, cue ball's kind of playing towards the side pocket here, and even if it isn't, It's still playing towards the corner off the second angle. So Kelly's gonna have to draw at this.
Big shot in the grand scheme of things, this one. It's there. How's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball? We can't see the cue ball. It's okay. There it is. I think that's the first time we've had a 2-0 lead, Eric. I think it's gone 1-1 in every set so far.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing. Two game separation here. Chang and CHOU playing well. I mean, whenever your missed balls are 2 or under, I mean, there's not much you can do. And it's not like they're weak tactically, but somehow just Kelly and Alex bringing up that extra shot or extra roll and getting the best of it. Of course, executing very well once they get the chance.
Yeah, the mood has slightly changed, hasn't it, in that corner? I wonder what's going through CHOU's mind. Is she still maybe got one little thought about that semi-final that she just lost? So looking to get on the hill, double hill in the Kamui Las Vegas Scotch doubles open. The mixed doubles, of course. Good square hit, Eric.
Yeah, square hit from Alex, but nothing down. Well, Chang and CHOU have to mount their comeback starting now.
Yeah, more of the same kind of pattern, Eric, isn't it? A dry break, starts with a safety, and that's, is it got there? I think so, just.
Yeah, and world-class players, so it usually takes a couple saves to kind of develop something. A lot of kick saves. Hasn't been many jumps in this match, Mark. Somehow they've left the safe play good enough that I haven't seen too many jumps.
Extension.
Yeah, it's a good point. Of course, that is one way. If you don't like the jump cue, then don't leave your opponents any chance to use it. Get it nice and tight where they can't jump, and that was enough to force the error there from Kelly Fisher. So, well, that 2's just been kicked. May have changed things slightly here, Eric.
Oh, for
just
sure.
A kiss on the 2.
Yeah, most obvious pocket's not available now. They're looking at taking it in the side. Right where CHOU's standing right now.
One ball side pocket.
But you definitely don't want an angle going the wrong way here. I would expect him to get the proper angle. Just making things a little tougher on the first shot. He's not there, Mark. Oh, he had some spin on it and it's
okay.
Yeah.
Any future problems, Eric, you can see here?
You're gonna have to get pretty straight on the 4, but if you get any angle going to the left, you should be okay. They're gonna have to decide which pocket they want to play this 6 in. I don't mind the side. Get an angle going to the long rail off the 5. Good shot from Chang. CHOU has angle going to the left now. I think playing the 6 in the side is a good play here, and just in case you get off angle, just makes the pocketing easier. Got a little straight. Gonna have to draw straight back now. Cue ball's actually going slightly to the right, which is not good because the 9's in the way, so he's gonna have to play the far left part of the pocket here. Nice hit. Doesn't want to be over top of the 7. Okay there. Bunch of right spin on the cue ball, bringing Chang nicely in line with the 7 and looking good now. Chang and CHOU really haven't gotten anything going off the break, so maybe the tide will turn for them. And it's not for lack of hitting it well or with enough speed. Just haven't been fortunate.
Yeah, straightforward 9 and 10 to get a rack on the board in this very crucial third set. Straightforward 10 for CHOU. Just a reminder, guys, after this match we will be having the final on this very table of the Kamui Las Vegas Women's Open. It will be Han Yu up against Rubelin Armit. Not sure at the exact time. It was scheduled for 7 p.m. but of course it depends on the running of this match. If this goes 2 sets each, it could even go to a shootout, of course. So we're not sure of the exact time, but keep your eye on ProBilliardSeries.com Facebook page, and also the website, of course, gives you all the stuff you need there. And if you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell every time we go live, you'll get a nice little pop-up message to say Pro Billiard Series, Pro Billiard TV is going live now. So click that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll never have to miss a video.
Chang kind of floating around different parts of the table, almost acting like he's going to decide last minute where he's going to break. He's going from dead middle.
Aggressive.
Dead middle. Yeah, he's just splashing the rack.
Oh, that last kiss on the 8 ball has deprived any shot on the 1.
Kind of an odd
Not
travel. The
textbook
balls
break.
there. Yeah, odd travel. The balls there, they're going all over table, and they came back to where they were racked. So going to be a bit of tactical play. But yeah, it's almost like he's given up, kind of trying something consistent, and he's just splashing at the rack. I don't know how to describe it.
You've got to love a bit of Chang. You've got to love him. Such a great fun guy. He always makes me smile
yeah.
when I see him.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't see too many players just kind of just go throw caution to the wind like that, but looks like that's what he's doing.
Well, we are going to see the jump cue.
1 ball corner pocket.
Yeah, very aggressive start here. Guess they think the chance of getting safe if they miss are high enough.
Push out.
Oh, that was too aggressive.
Well, I wonder who had the final say there. Alex had the cue in his hand. I wonder, did Kelly just say, hang on a minute, Kazaboo-boo, don't go crazy, mate. We've got a 2-1 lead here. Let's protect it. But we saw earlier on, didn't we, a push out when Chang smashed in a 1 ball and drew across to get on the 2 ball. Same
right.
kind of shot here, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, he was further from the rail on that one, but yeah, it seems like he's just kind of gonna go all in certain spots here. CHOU up for this one. Wow, got another one. Playing so well, Mark.
Yeah, tremendous shot, wasn't it, on the 2 ball.
Try to fall in a small window for the 3 here. Nice play. Controlled with spin, drag speed. Cue ball around the center of the table will play good for the 5. Always tough when so many balls are close together. You would think that's an advantage, but unless the sequential number leads to a stop shot, it's actually tougher.
Yeah, I'd love to get the cue ball somewhere on the line where it is now for the 5. If you didn't have to play the 4, you'd settle for the position the cue ball's in now. It's
Cue ball
okay.
can play around, yeah, cue ball can play around 2 rails here for the 6 on the side. They're gonna want an angle going up table towards the 7, but if they don't, they can still come around 3 rails. Lots of room to play past it here. It's gonna get there where the cue ball's moving forward. Nice progression here from Chang and CHOU. Yeah, 2 similar openers on the 1. Very missable shots, but they nailed them both. Each teammate getting into play on those as well. One rail out here for Chang.
Going level again, guys. It's gone 2-2 in every set so far. They're not going to let go of that title easily.
He's doing some weird things, Mark. See how hard he hit that ball? I don't know.
I think he's just trying to get something out of his system, you know, just, I don't know, controlled aggression, you might call it.
Yeah, just
get in there kind of thing, you know, started with a dry break and probably thought, right, I'm going to smash the last ball in to make up for it kind of thing.
just not happy with the overall roll of the ball in the set. How bad do you look if you actually missed the ball like that, though? I mean, not only did he hit it hard, he stood up as he was hitting it. It's kind of loose behavior, in my opinion.
Yeah, certainly not textbook, is it? But then, you know, the break isn't either. I think he's just trying to just get that feeling, you know, of the cue going through nicely and burying a ball in the back of the pocket. Makes him feel good. Put a smile on his face anyway.
Right.
A day we don't smile, Eric, is a day wasted, I think, don't you?
Good call.
Such good friends, Kelly and Alex. I'll tell you a little story about them at the Masters in a minute.
CHOU playing a bit of a cut there. Tough opener for Yalin. To see how the two's lying past the 6. 6 is covering a lot of it. Yeah, it's not going to be available to pocket.
9 ball corner pocket.
Going to be crossing the 1, possibly playing the 1 and the 9.
Yeah, can he get the carom into the 2? 2-6 maybe, carom. Open them up as well at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think it's high enough percentage that he's even really trying the 9, but.
Wow. Not a good shot, Eric.
Yeah, left it open. Going forward in the rack, if you're able to get the cue ball kind of where it is now, that's going to be a high percentage save. So I don't think either team will try to really develop the 2-6. It's too much. It's too risky. Just finding a spot where they can pocket the 1 or develop something towards getting where the cue ball is now and playing safe. They're going to go for this. Going to require some speed to draw to the angle. Little unpredictable where the one's going to end up, but lots of open space down by the upper right quadrant of the table.
Interesting again.
Yeah, last minute, Kelly maybe was thinking about a safe, but I think they're going to go for the initial shot. Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. What a result they've had there. Well, couldn't have planned that, but it couldn't have worked out better.
Kelly's going to have to put some speed into the one here to draw it back for the same pocket. But again, this is where she thrives. Nice hit. Good angle coming across for the three. You want to get pretty straight on the three. A little angle going to the left off it will play okay as well. That's well played by Alex. Kelly doesn't have to hit any rails here. Soft draw the cue ball over to the left a bit. Might go to the rail if she likes. Nice play. Looking good now. Looking to get on the hill here. And possibly a straight set victory.
Gilt edge opportunity now.
Just looking at exactly what angle they want on the 6 to get back for the 7. I think it's pretty straightforward. Stop the cue ball, draw straight back now.
Yeah, that kind of angle is okay, isn't it, Eric, that they have on the 7 now? So just draw back in a straight line, just get a little bit closer to the 7. Careful here.
Yeah, kind of in between position here. If you played it with a fair bit of right spin, you'd be guaranteed to get into the long rail. But you don't really want to be spinning balls when the cue ball's this far away, so she might just go one rail up, straight high.
Yeah, that's what I meant with the cue ball, going very close to that side pocket, Eric, but it's okay. Nicely on this 10 ball to arrive at the hill. We'll be breaking for the Kamui Scotch Doubles Open title. Smiles all round, good run out there. I think everyone is falling in love with this mixed doubles. I've been seeing so many messages and have received lots of messages, Eric, and when I've been walking around my local pool room, people have been coming up to me and saying that they're really enjoying the variation of all the different games that they've seen. I mean, we really have seen every single discipline in the pool this week, apart from straight pool. Well, hopefully, I asked you yesterday, have you had a word with Karim yet? We want a bit of straight pool for next year as well.
I haven't seen them, but I'm sure they'll do whatever the fans ask for, especially in those exhibition type matches. It is the only game missing this week.
Yeah, we even had a little splash of 8 ball yesterday as well, didn't we? We've had some 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, bank pool, 1 pocket, junior showdown, parasport. The champion of champions, we've had everything. Is this going to be the last rack? Or is the comeback on? 4 railer again, Eric. 4 railer again.
Yeah. It's gone a bunch of times in this set. They're not on the one. They're on the one, but not on an offensive shot.
Good square hit again. That's why the 4 railer's going, isn't it?
Yeah, and the ref racking the balls consistently enough. But yeah, you're right, Mark. When you hit it square, the natural tracks of the balls usually line up better. The left long rail, even the right long rail. Almost a guaranteed hit here. But urgency time for CHOU and CHANG.
There was a time when the 2 and 3 were always racked on the back corners, but that isn't the case now. It's completely random. There's no pattern. Of course, the 10 ball goes on the spot, and or in the middle rather, and 1 ball goes on the spot. Apart from that, everything else is random. Good
Yeah, the
solid
original
hit there,
thought.
Eric.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of kick saves that have happened in this match, I've lost track. Just great world-class save and safe return play from both teams. They've left the kick and stick, possibly.
Well, we have a member of the Predator social media team, David, who's working hard. I'm not sure if he's there or whether he's actually at home in Spain doing it, but he's coming up with some great work, and we send him all our favourite shots and he'll compile a nice little show reel out of them all. I think I'm just going to send him a message at the end of this match, Eric, and say, well, choose any shots you want, because there's a show reel shot in every rack.
Yeah, this would be a huge shot in set number 4. Just missed. They're going to leave Kelly their first chance, Kelly and Alex. Oh, it's close, Mark.
They've got to look at it. They've got to
Alex
look.
actually looks.
I'm not sure it goes. Does it go?
Well, Alex, he looks positive as the way he's walking towards the 1, so I think it does. Yeah, it's there.
This is huge. Easy to catch them too thick.
Oh, they're going to be over
Oh,
top of
doesn't
the
want to
10.
be over the top of the 10. Ugh.
I don't think the 2 passes the 5. Going to have to play the 2 in the side. Cue ball's definitely running into the 3. But the 3 could push into the 9. If it does, that's a good spot for the 3. It'll be available to a lot of pockets.
She's used to this good solid bridge from her snooker
There
days.
it is. Little thin here, but great chance to close out the match. Slow the cue ball down nicely. It's actually kind of tough to stay on the proper side of the 5 here. She might have to elevate to bring the cue ball far enough left. There's always an option going 1 rail forward with a bit of left too if you get the wrong angle. Yeah, it's tough to elevate in this spot, but I don't think she's going to get angle going up table. Maybe. Yeah, just slow roll it. She's okay. Looking good now.
5 shots away from winning this title for the first time. Disappointment a year ago here in Vegas, losing to the exact same opponents. They're smiling on the picture. Will they be smiling in 5 shots time? high pressure stuff now, Eric.
Yeah, they've played great throughout the match. I mean, the balls are in the open, just gotta steady your nerve. Chang kind of resigning a little.
Yeah, the score line doesn't really, you know, show the closeness of this match. All the sets have gone 4-3. How's he on the 9? Absolutely perfect. Well, the heart will be pumping now. 2 shots away from the 30,000 first prize, but of course the title of Kamui Mixed Doubles Open Champions of 2025. Don't miss this 10 ball. Alex, don't miss the 10 ball. Wow, and in it goes. What a great performance and a truly deserved win as well. I thought they just edged it out, Eric, in the strategic side of it. It's disappointing again, unfortunately, for CHOU, but they did win it last year. Chang Junglin played his part as well, just wasn't meant to be for them, but congratulations to Kelly and Alex KAZAKIS. They are your Kamui 2025 Mixed Doubles Open champions, and we will be back very, very shortly with a presentation ceremony for that. Look at the enjoyment. They are so pleased. There's her brother. She's saluting in the crowd. Carly McGee will be happy as well, our biggest fan. Alex, I think, a little bit close to tears there. Look, hope his daughters are watching back at home. Still more action to come, guys. We have the final of the Kamui Las Vegas Women's Open. Han Yu up against Rubelin Armit. It just remains for me to say, me, Mark White, and Eric Hawlison, thank you so much for your company. Hopefully, I'll see you at the next event. We're going to leave you with George Chaya and John Schmidt. They will be with you for the final. Eric, ta-da, mate.
Thank you. Dismantle your shoulder. She's done playing pool for this league. We're good, for sure. That is good.
Kelly and Alex, you ready?
Alex, but not to kill each other. Oh, no. No. Don't be a serious event, so I didn't check it out.
Yeah, I always get on that.
You remember how cute my kids are? I have to pay for the private school.
Alright, guys, I'm going live.
Did you feel guilty?
No. That
was a quick answer.
Before we begin presenting the awards, let's take a moment to recognize the incredible partners and sponsors who make the Pro Billiard Series possible. Kamui Brands, Yalin, Box Billiards, Ben Billiards, and Little Monster. A special thank you goes out to our founding partners, the Predator Group and Q Sports International, whose vision and dedication continue to elevate the sport. And of course, a huge shout out goes out to the Predator Group, for supplying world-class equipment that has been instrumental in this tournament. The Predator Apex Pro Pool Tables, Arcadia Performance Cloth, Arcos II balls, and Predator Arena Billiard lights. At this time, I'd like to introduce the dignitaries who will be presenting tonight's awards. Representing the Predator Group, CEO Karim Belaj. And our COO, representing the Predator Group, Cyril Fournier. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate our runners-up. They had a hard-fought match, and CHOU, she's been on this table all day long. That was an amazing feat today. And now, the moment we've been waiting for, your 2025 Kamui Mixed Doubles Las Vegas Open champions, Alex KAZAKIS and Kelly Fisher. And one more presentation. This is the good one. Woo! Too many things to hold?
You want to get a call from JP and Fuji? You good?
This concludes our trophy ceremony. Congratulations to our champions and all the athletes who competed in this prestigious event. Your dedication and passion inspires us all. A heartfelt thank you to our partners, sponsors, and everyone behind the scenes who made this event possible. Don't go away. We have the women's final coming up next. Have a good evening. Thanks for being with us.
Slide over?
Yeah, everyone slide over a little bit.
Enrique, if you want to take a
Okay.
picture, I'll take a picture.